Hello.
I am Jay.
I'm TJ.
And this is Not Quite Nerds.
Not Quite Cool Kids.
Welcome.
We are back for Fantasy High Junior Year episode
16.
16. This is just after they've done The Last Stand.
Yes.
And we're back into the mystery, back into a role play episode. Super excited. This is probably going to be a long one, so let's get into it.
Let's get into it. If you're new here or not new here and you like what you're seeing, please say hello in the comments and like the video and subscribe.
Yes.
See you
Okay,
soon.
let's get into the reaction.
Hi, junior year. I'm your humble dungeon master, Brennan. Along with me, as always, are our intrepid heroes. Say hi, intrepid heroes.
Hi, Intrepid heroes. Once again, Siobhan with the outfit.
The bad
So
kids
good.
emerged victorious.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, I think we all need to make shirts that say "I survived the last stand." We
Absolutely.
should go big and be really braggadocious.
Is there like any way we can like kind of tie it into the Kirsten Applebees campaign? You can get in there like
Kirsten Applebees.
just feels rich.
Right. Do you get any highlights of Kristen on your
Conqueror.
necktie?
Of The Last Stand.
Yeah.
Scanning back through the footage of the live stream, I think Gorgug, you just punch in an artificer like pixel change motion scan for it, right? And about 10 minutes after you had left from the Coliseum, The Last Stand, where you are set up, you see that the screen suddenly goes black, and as it goes black, looking at the body, approaching from behind the camera, an enormous,
Giant.
in a massive cloak, walks up with its back to, and when I say enormous, I mean like 14 or 15 feet tall.
Sorcerer Henry says he is. What if Jace has been disguising himself all along?
Did I hear footsteps?
What a random theory.
A perception check. And anyone listening can give a
Well,
perception
it
check.
goes black because someone's walking. Is that what that was?
I think so.
I got a 24.
Oh, I can give a perception. I read that plus
15 feet. What's 15 feet?
I am just under 5 feet.
And then you see that like it takes
So, 3 of me.
multiple footfalls.
Okay.
28, you see the light changes on the stones.
Guys, I'm so
It
excited.
totally eclipses Buddy's
Dang.
prone body, and you see that the stones behind Buddy, past the figure walking away from the camera, the stones behind him begin to glow red, as though there is a red source of light. Either the eyes are powerfully glowing red.
Probably.
Well, I would say that
Did they say not
you're
Kalina?
ruling out
Yeah, okay,
Kalina,
Kalina.
Porter, Jace Star Diamond, whomever.
Okay.
I don't know that you've seen Jace cast magic, right?
Yeah,
Does that make sense? Like, you don't have the fingerprints. It's like you can lift fingerprints off a crime scene, but if you don't have it in the database,
Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl.
the figure in the video kneels down over the body, red light everywhere. As it kneels down, Kristen, I think you become like, well, that rune is about to go back on the thing. However, what you see is Buddy's
Yeah.
body starting to
Hey, yeah.
light glows even brighter, and you see splatters of blood as though Buddy's chest or stomach
Oh,
is
no.
being shredded,
Oh, no.
and mutilated,
Poor guy.
and you suddenly see Buddy go
Angry.
as Buddy is brought back to life, looks up and goes, "Dang, y'all, I worship the nameless god of rage." And you see that the figure kneels over Buddy, and both vanish.
So did all of the rat grinders die? and get
Yup.
back to life?
So maybe in the Chaos Mountains,
Yeah.
they died. Something like that.
Feel the
What?
what is your name?
I literally just
Homeroom.
thought that. I literally had just thought that as it was like I was like, okay, so everyone that's had anger issues, have they died and been brought back by the nameless god? But somehow because he's nameless, maybe there's a spy's tongue curse. That means that they haven't been able to say that they worship the nameless god. Yeah, that's my current very recent theory that everyone that's had little anger belts actually has been brought back by the rage god. But then the spy's tongue curse has prevented them from saying that they worship
So
the
they've
nameless
been
god.
murdered by Kipperlilly, maybe. Someone's
Maybe.
been murdering students in the school.
Maybe.
Oh my.
But
freaking-
also that would make sense what he's saying, that they went to the caves or whatever and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
got killed, then came back. That's why they were like, we need to XP level either to worship our god or to fight gods like that in the future.
Okay.
Real estate dad and
Kipperlily's been angry since freshman year.
Let's look at those. Let's look
Yeah,
at
I wonder if
those.
she was always a worshipper of this god, or like they saw her and went, that is a person with so much untapped rage.
Yeah, let's look at Kipperlily's file here.
I love coming up with theories just before we get real information to prove them wrong.
I love being shown how dumb I am.
That's my kink.
Looking at Jawbone's file, Kipperlily's grades are incredible all the way through. But what you notice is that her accomplishments in like freshman and sophomore year are pretty lackluster. Very challenging for Riz. There's a moment where Kipperlily talks about being jealous. It's one of the first meetings in her sophomore year where she talks about how jealous she is that Calvaxus killed your dad.
Oh my god, she wants your like tragedy porn.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah,
Your story.
She's uninteresting, and that's why she's mad.
right.
Yeah.
That is
She's so
effectively
beige.
what Fig and Gorgug say is what you sort of see borne out by this. In that her biggest complaint in her sophomore year meetings with Jawbone is effectively that her parents are boring. Apparently she got in trouble because she like broke into her parents' like, private emails looking for a connection to a conspiracy, looking for a connection to something sinister or meaningful, and no such thing existed.
Oh
Her
my
parents went to
gosh.
Temple, and she basically like over the course of sophomore year is like losing it, like having rage outbursts. At one point, she literally was basically saying like it should be adjusted for academically
I love this soundtrack.
if a person's family has suffered intense magical hardship, because that's an unfair advantage in adventuring.
And her response to that was be mad at us and not to kill her parents.
Whoa, that's the sociopath test.
The name The Rat Grinders was pitched by Ivy and O'Sheen, she talks about it as being kind of best friends within the group. And then basically Ruben voted for it because he saw how much it was upsetting Kipperlily. And then Marianne voted for it and refused to explain her reasoning, which would be sort of an ongoing problem with Marianne. She would jump on decisions and never sort of join into discourse or debate. Just make a call and silently be like, I vote this side.
What an absolute nightmare.
Absolute nightmare.
I like her.
That's great to be.
I
Gorgug.
just want her approval so much because I know that she doesn't.
I don't even want her.
my origin
I
story.
want her to be.
It's Marianne.
Is Kipperlily's hatred gets even more.
Marianne is Gorgug's reverse Mary Jane.
She wants to murder Kirsten Applebees. Like, Jawbone's been talking to her about like, concealing her rage. She basically
So are they gonna
thinks
kiss?
that all of you are going to elect
I'm rooting for it.
Applebees. You see that she's pretty clearly furious. She hates Fabian because he's the most popular kid in school and he's helping this campaign. She hates how omnipresent Fig is in terms of denying her access to like get to Kristen.
She hates me because I'm a German Shepherd.
Woof woof. That's such a cute woof woof.
It's
like my little niece being like, every time she
have
sees the dogs.
And you see that it is their second time going to the Mountains of Chaos.
Huh.
The last time they went to the Mountains of Chaos was probably about a week or two after spring break last year.
Right before Lucy died.
In which they actually had a school chaperone because the
It's
assignment was
freaking
seen as being
Jace.
outside of the sphere of their like current ability.
And who's
Essentially,
that?
Star Nine.
Jace.
it's Jace Stark.
Yeah.
Raven.
Meeting immediately after that is really focused on Kipperlily being interested in Jawbone because he was present at the Prompocalypse.
Yeah.
Because he was present at the fight against Calvaxus.
Yeah.
And has a lot of questions specifically about Yes.
Ugh,
about
get away.
Kristen, and about how those events went down. sort of
Get
how the
away,
tide turned.
Kipperlily.
Was this post the first trip to the?
You notice a change in Kipperlily's language
Ooh.
starting at the end of sophomore year. Prior to that, she really does focus a lot on like, I just don't think it's fair.
She's just bratty.
Yeah, 360.
The language changes in the back half of her sophomore year from it's so unfair, I think Arthur Eggford likes them more, I think the school takes it easy on them, half of them don't even go to classes, and then starting at the end of last sophomore year, it's flat out like, I hate them.
Okay, I think she was just arable land by the sea.
I think so too, and I'm wondering if we can ask Jawbone if Jace ever asked him which students were suffering from rage disorder.
Oh, and then that's connected to what you're saying.
I kind of think that we know the answer to that, which is that like Jace accompanied them. So I think we can. I feel like we can.
Yeah, but it might be that Jace also got taken over by whatever this thing is.
Oh.
Because
True.
I feel like Jace before was like super chill. Like,
Is there something to like kind of the thing you guys were talking about with the students who have kind of like mole men. And the person who kind of just got crazy in my bard class that one time from the movies.
Yeah.
After you just did like a really cool.
I just did like a really insane.
You did like a pirouette, right? Like a wet pirouette.
Pirouette.
Some people described it.
The teacher was really moved by
It was like a fluid movement.
Was moved by your movement.
This you all know. Just really
I think
No, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
the fact that she's interested in Calvaxis was
Of course, Riz would not be paying attention.
Yeah, give me an investigation here.
Cool. Ooh, that's cocked. It almost wasn't that 20, but you gotta honor the card. You gotta honor the card. You have these simmering mustache.
Zach's face.
That's my husband.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I literally saw the TikTok comments like.
You gotta honor the God.
I got a 20, but it was cocked, and you have to honor the cock. So I'm in it. I did get a 19 though, so don't laugh at me. 19 plus 13 is 32.
Yeah, boy.
And that's how you honor the cock.
Honestly, the high roll proves you need to honor the cock.
I'm crazy. Guys, honor the cock.
Everyone?
It does not move with the movement of a creature with digitigrade ankles. So you could rule out dragonborn.
Okay, Brennan.
It's
Humanoid?
Giant.
humanoid. Much more like a giant that you would have seen that traditionally has.
Giant?
Humanoid. You can also rule out anything with digitigrade ankles like a tabaxi or something like that. So
Can we have
Okay, say that out loud. 1, 2, 3, go.
Tabaxi?
spring starts tomorrow. Yeah.
Digitigrade.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Porter is 6'6". Does it seem like potentially the difference between someone who gets a crystal put in them and is resurrected now with rage, or people who are left with this crazy mark on their chest, did they maybe deny getting to keep living with rage? And Yolanda and Lucy both denied it?
That sounds smart to me.
Kirsten, applebees.
No rolls.
Yes!
No rolls necessary.
Ali pulling a Riz.
And that's why they also...
Ali pulling a Riz. Azzy pulling a Murph.
Lucy
Azzy?
Shut up.
We're actually going to move a little bit into another stretch of downtime, and a way more fluid one now that you guys are sort of released from your academic phase.
True.
That being said, anything you need my help with?
Could you look into Bobby Dawn? There seems to be something going on with the god of fire and soul, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it even has to do with the Frosty Fair stuff.
You know, Bobby Dawn went as a young man to the Axford Adventuring Academy, right? You guys had heard that before.
Okay.
Okay.
You see that she looks at you and says,
Bobby Dawn.
Does Fig know that Bobby Dawn is teaching at the school?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. Do you remember my mom was in an adventuring party and she got into a relationship with someone who was already in a relationship and then they
Yeah.
and got her kicked out? Was it fucking Bobby Dawn? Who is Bobby Dawn married to?
The chief paladin of the Church of Soul, Pamela Dawn. And you see Sklanda looks at you and just sort of slowly nods her head and goes, she goes,
Messy girl. I love her. I love when something like that happens where like another character explains like, is starting to put the pieces together, right? I love that when we get back to Riz, it's almost like it was the cutaway in the TV show.
Yeah.
So you didn't hear about it because like this was playing out like this, but it's actually Fig realizing the dots coming together. But actually it's like we didn't need to have a whole like, well, so you see when she was in high school. Yeah, I know. It feels
It's
like
so
that's
good.
how it plays out.
It's very
that's
cinematic.
That's what's happening in world, but on table, it's like I don't know. It just. That's so juicy.
Yeah, but I think I figured out who the rogue teacher is.
Oh.
Have you heard of Eugenia Shadow?
Eugenia Shadow.
Yeah.
There's a not so secret organization called the Society of Shadows.
That's the one that has
babysitted.
babysitted.
Poetic.
Questions about the roots of the tree?
They did. You see, opens an email and says, that's a good point. Yeah, they asked specifically if the tree was a root warden. The root warden is basically a tree that has a degree of magic to be able to be a sentinel for the trees of an area. The thistlespring tree, just due to the amount of magic within it, is one of the oldest tree homes within Elmville.
Okay.
Thistlespring tree is the root warden for like the greater county of Elmville.
We should make sure it hasn't been corrupted.
Yeah.
I bet that's what they're trying to do.
Okay, I'm just gonna like go to the tree and see if I notice anything.
I hope there's nothing
Like,
wrong.
go into like the basement and see if I see anything.
They did ask to clean out the basement. That's why all of the dildo machines were out on the wall.
That's right. Thank you.
The vase he just goes into.
I did the exclamation point on it.
Yeah.
Huh? I did the exclamation point thing on the.
I replied to the dildo machine one and right again dildo machine.
And I replied to that. Look into this. You see
Which-
something disturbed.
I notify
anyway.
Love it.
This cloud sheet.
Wow, that was professional map folding.
They were doing a safety test, where the porta potty's going to go, fire exits, that kind of thing. And they did, when they asked us to clean out the basement, they did come down here and do a little test on the tree, just to test for the health of the tree and make sure that it was. And they did a little thing that they did some eyedroppers out on the roots outside, just to see if the tree could pick up on them. And it passed whatever test they did. The tree
Maybe it was
able
the
to
reverse.
Absorb something in the ground.
Like, what if the tree would attack them?
About to be spring.
So when shit blooms, is that gonna be bad?
They're gonna be like
Spring.
hate pollen.
Yeah.
Rage
We saw
pollen.
some stuff on that farm. That was because didn't we try to get the soil last time?
As you mentioned the farm, give me an investigation check.
Mm-hmm. Scary.
We gave him the soil from
Insanely mad.
and he
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
29 because he snorted.
The moment snorted the soil.
What?
What was in your shit?
Oh my god, was there anything?
Oh my god, yeah.
What was in that fried rice?
Who told you? I mean, I don't know what was in the fried rice. I don't know.
There is something. Was it just kind of old?
I mean, it was definitely old.
Yeah, there is something. We should clock that.
My shit?
Your house. Just that. Something was taken from your house that was like an air thing, and we always had the lo-fi study things there. Is there?
Something is being distributed.
What's your roll for your investigation?
29.
As
Beautiful.
you are talking it over with your folks, they give you a little map of the area that the Thistlespring tree serves as a root.
Oh, I want to kill everything.
You see Riz. This is something you would have assumed.
Not related.
Because you are looking at it on a map.
This has nothing to do with this show at all.
I realized, Fabian, you get a text from Galir saying,
No, I don't.
Your mother would love you to check in the attic. There should be a box marked baby clothes.
Oh god.
Ha ha ha.
Beautiful pirate ship shaped crib.
Great joke, Kalia. For what?
You get a little heart tap back.
That's no stone cold response.
Again, Galir's back to being unlucky, but his curse is broken. He has self-esteem now. He does love his life.
Oh, good. I love that.
He deserves this.
Cut to Fabian on the lawn, just all of that on fire.
You're just burning
That is so funny.
I couldn't find it.
your own baby clothes.
I need these. I don't know why you even asked.
Through the fire, the shot is him. Through the fire.
I'm wearing my dad's coat.
Mac and Donna reach out to you saying, got the letter at home that you passed cleric classes.
I love that the letter
glad
still goes to
that
your house.
Mr. Don sees that you're doing well. You know, they don't know what's going on.
He's the
There's
reason.
something in this message that they send where they just go like, if you could check in.
You actually doing
to
it
make
out of
sure
range is so
that
funny
he's
versus me being like,
attending his
What do you mean out of range? What do you mean out of rage?
Yeah, you just did it. Like, oh god. The actual
Aylwin
reflex.
starts to come at this kitchen table and is like, we'd love to have you, Aylwin.
She'd love to have you, Ellen.
Aylwin looks and says, does this invitation extend solely to me or to my 15 cats?
I can make room for them.
I start setting up like a chicken.
Yeah,
It sounded like there were 15 worse animals that you were going to get rid of.
We can trim the fat around.
We can trim
The nose flare.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh my gosh, Aylin and Fabian.
Also, it feels like Aylon's a little bit too much of an adult now. It feels
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it feels weird.
Not like all like super sweet.
Yeah.
Like nice outfit, clown. I look back and she's smiling.
I think there's a couple.
Don't talk to her like that.
Yeah. The person. Oh, you don't
like this?
Oh, it looks like shit.
I understand. Well, I'm trying to dress for the job I have, which is librarian, but dressing like someone who wants the whole world to know that they're desperately alone is another option.
Kirsten hugs her staff.
You see,
Actually, don't.
No, we're playing. You wear the same tracksuit every day. You know that's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, girlie.
I get behind Aylwin for a tabletop.
Aylwin, yeah, because you
We're
know,
playing.
for a tabletop.
Kristen, if you don't get this,
I'm running. No, I just
See, Aylwin turns down to look at you.
I just forgot something.
I forgot something.
I was acting like a fucking cat because you love him so much.
Wait, will you run everyone's way?
Really gets her way more. The house is lying.
No, we're playing.
And I wanted to make a simulacrum of Kirsten.
I'm in a heart rate monitor and a G
So I'm just gonna.
I hate it
movie
so
over
much.
you, and
You're not looking though. You missed.
I think I'm good.
You guys don't have to live stream this to me.
Come on, we're on a group FaceTime.
Okay.
Just really, we
Here,
all
I'll
need
just
to
put.
be
I'll hold
here.
the phone with my feet.
Oh my god.
The absolute worst view you can get of a naked
I'm
person.
wearing a heart rate monitor.
Over your nipples.
Incredible. You create a simulacrum.
Yeah, so that simulacrum.
Just a
can
floating
cast
heart rate
spells
monitor
with
because of the
Kristen. It's kind of Adaine's idea of, it's slightly British because it's an Adaine impression of Kristen.
I'm Kristen.
Christine.
And it can cast spells. It just, the only thing that is different, it has half the hit points that you have.
Oh, okay.
I say, my president.
I'm your president.
They're both naked.
And I'll be in the garage.
In the garage.
Wait, this is amazing for campaigning. You can literally be in two places at once.
Yes. Are you good at public speaking?
Yes.
I feel like
This is my favorite thing.
Like tap your tears.
yes.
But it's the same person,
It's
so
the
like
same-
it could have been
I love
any
that.
energy.
I love that slightly British is very subdued. I'll be in the garage.
It's me. It's like turning into an old lady, not.
Yes. Are you good at public speaking?
Yes.
I like that it fell on Ali to do it.
Yeah.
So you cast legend lore on Kipperlily. You gain no information, which tells you that she is not of legendary importance.
God, I want to tell her that so bad. Hey, what up, bitch? I cast legend lore on you and nothing came up. Can I cast legend lore on Riz?
You cast legend lore on Riz, and Riz is of legendary importance.
Yeah.
Oh.
He literally works for
It says
Celestials.
honor the
Fucking
You
legend.
see, like honestly, as legend lore happens, you hear. This is another use of the legend.
I think I know your brother. What?
My brother?
I think so.
Ah, the identifies.
So
Yes, quaint. Identifies quite good at all of the sort of miscellany and various minor arcana. I trouble myself exclusively with matters of legendary importance.
All right, okay.
Ancient halfling woman. Everything. I know. Absolutely everything.
How? Can I?
What number am I thinking of?
I'm not thinking of a number at all.
Can I smoke here, by the way?
Yes, it's outside.
This is a graveyard.
It's like the tiniest drag.
So tiny.
This is a joint. Give me.
I did something. I think I did it. I did it.
Rez, you should.
Smoke this or I'll lie.
Or I will lie.
You're not a real teacher. Kipperlily handed in her assignment for the year. We found out that she did not find you.
Oh!
Her.
I want to watch it again.
Find you.
It was so cute.
I found Kipperlily because she was standing right where you're standing with a rented backhoe.
Who did she dig up?
She didn't have to dig up anybody because I got here in time to defend my resting place.
She was gonna dig her up.
That's right.
Why? To prove that she found you.
Psychopath. She took
Jace
your body.
would have told her where.
You must remember that the position of vice principal was created with a single being in mind. That being the dragon Calvaxis.
Right.
Position, powers, principles, and authorities of the office of the vice principal are thus extremely limited. By becoming vice principal, Mr. Stardime may be immensely restricted in what he can and cannot do.
Yeah, right.
Who writes the bylaw?
So he has to listen to the principal no matter what. And the
Exactly.
principal is Maisie?
In a normal high school,
Oh my god.
vice principal
Holy
assumes some
crap,
power
there's a guy on the
responsibility.
roof.
Oh, I thought that was a big bird.
Those are never the group.
We got as many beer cans in there.
Oh my god.
This doesn't look as cool as you think it does.
All right, the ball. I know a thing or two about being a giant tattoo.
Flattering.
Oh
You
my
see that
god.
Eugenia says, very cute. Maisie is an accomplished bard in her own right. So
Do it
Why
again.
would you want to
Do
smoke
it
with
again.
that?
but you see that she takes on a little
Why did that feel disgusting?
That felt disgusting because you put your fingers between my fingers.
So Maisie seems to be a responsible and kind young woman. If she were to, I feel that the only reason she is alive right now, given everything working against the school, is that if she were to pass away, there actually would no longer be a structure to Eggford. No one else could assume power. The vice principal would not arrive to power in her absence, and there would just be a form of chaos and leaderlessness until such time as an election.
So
would be held.
Kipperlily has to
If there was a way
actually
of getting
win.
that power by just
Oh, so she actually has. Yeah.
student body president, I think Maisie would have been dead a long time ago.
So if
I have a question though. You said that she contacted a landscaping company. That was near here?
That's great.
What was the name of the landscaping company?
Lone landscaping.
Okay, you're a ghost, but your body is interred. Do you have any connection with the soil?
Somewhat, yes. The hallowed soil of the graveyard, yes.
Have you noticed any seedlings? Any strange flora beginning as the spring beckons?
No, I can't say that I have.
Hey, songwriter.
I was
that in
purposely
the lyric.
interred in Ashgrove rather than Elmville, so I wanted my body to be as far away from students as it could be.
Yeah, we're pretty far out.
Okay.
She looks at all of you and says, incredible. I hope I've been of some help. Someone put on a playlist and let's get down to it.
That's absolutely.
I said, hey, what's up? Hello.
I think you should, bro.
Thank you. What are we calling you second, Kristen?
Kristen.
Oh, yes, but then that's going to...
I guess you.
second person is straight.
Oh no, Fabian's obsessed with second Kristen. Wow, real Kristen thinks British people are straight.
Sorry to disappoint you. Not a single one.
People begin to come and
British
talk.
Christian just
Not only
starts
are they
turning
like,
into Adaine. I want
I'm
Riz
gonna
to
do
be
this
in a relationship
flat. I'm
and
gonna use mine.
Adaine.
I think also with Maisie, she is a genuinely calm, kind person. I think you begin to realize how interesting her life is, even though she's a very soothing presence. She talks about like, no, my family, I go back and visit them sometimes. They're deep under the red wastes in an ancient labyrinth. Oh, which is actually where Maisie comes from.
Oh my
Can't believe I never asked
god.
about that
Oh,
before.
it's all right. But it's great. It's like, I think there's a lot of the idea of like navigating complex patterns, kind of intuitive. Gertie goes, oh, my nemesis approaches.
Yes, it's me. I thought we should talk.
Go for it.
Okay, good. I know that Kristen is perhaps interested in you. They've been texting the group thread a lot of kind of pickup lines and things that they wish they could say to you, but I guess there's been some friction there because we're nemesis, and I
Nemesis.
was wondering if there's just a way we could have it out and be done with this. I don't know if you want to fight me in a field somewhere, or you just want me to apologize. Whatever the
Lou
gambit is,
going into
kind
a
of put this
fight is
behind
funny
us
because
with
of the
you,
World's Beyond
and
Number
Kristen
episode.
can, I don't know, do whatever it is that you might do together. Let's get into it.
Right here, right now.
Great.
We're just gonna roll a d20, add your attack bonus, and she'll add hers.
Great.
Kills
Oh,
it.
3 plus 13 is 16.
18 plus 12 is 30.
Shield, sword, swarming bees around. You disarm her.
I reach my hand out.
She takes your hand.
All right. We're done. We're fucking done. I'll know if you still have feelings, all right? My bank tells me.
Adaine, go for it.
I love this one.
I would love to start off with a mystery roll, and what I want to do
I love
is
investigating
research
Riz
the
music
astral
though.
plane.
Oh, this is gonna be Arcana.
I'm gonna give myself a 19 on that. So
Hell
that's
yeah.
29.
Love it.
29. She says, I informed him of your difficulties procuring even the most base requirements for wizarding.
No, the base. I mean, ink and feathers and stuff I can do.
I'm talking about sphinx eggs.
Yeah, no, I'm also talking about sphinx eggs.
Regardless, his daughter asked him to pass on a geocache location. And she hands you a little set of coordinates.
Oh. I will text this to Fig so we can maybe go together because I bet there's stuff for her.
Well, hell yeah. You get a little location from her.
Oh,
Go
so
ahead and make me, I can
cute.
next roll for you. There's a moment in the night where you get a big hug from Sandra Lynn, who's got like a little party hat on. She just talks about how nice this is.
Sandra, mama.
She says, how am I doing? Doing okay. Work is nuts. Mountains of Chaos have been trouble recently.
Really? Why? How? What?
You're ranger?
Yeah, I'm a ranger up there. I just, we find sort of abnormal or unnatural
Oh my
creatures
God.
that shouldn't be involved in kind of spire-centric ecosystems, and we move them into kind of more...
Like invasive species?
Yeah, invasive species. So we find, there's like aberrations and other things like that. We just move them deeper into the mountains where they're not poisoning ecosystems that are as plant-based or,
So you're talking about like rage stuff?
It's a weird thing you say that. We're finding a lot of social animals destroying themselves.
Oh.
Wolf packs, like killing members of their own pack.
Huh?
Lots of them.
How long has that been happening? Is that recent?
Oh, that's this is
Like
yeah,
since spring break, recent?
yeah, just about last couple weeks. Yeah.
We gotta go to the mountains.
Can we tell her everything that we know?
Do you want? Yeah, you tell her everything
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. I maybe need
Yeah.
all the puppy going stuff for
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. So you have the ice cream party. Go ahead, roll me a d6 if you'd be so kind.
It's a 2.
Okay. Sandra Lynn goes, "What?" This is like, yeah, I'd be happy to direct you guys.
Yeah.
We can go. Do you want to go to the Mountains of Chaos?
Honestly, if it's cool with you and everybody else, since you know the Mountains of Chaos so well, would you mind taking us? Would that be okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to do that. I can get some other griffins, and we can all.
Oh my God,
play there.
blessings.
Bless.
Yeah, if you so choose, yeah, absolutely.
I'll wear my new boots.
Let me talk to the Rangers Guild and make sure that.
I feel like you guys were just so nice taking me in, and we've all been just so busy. And like, I just didn't want to feel like I was being ungrateful because I was just being so busy all the time when I am really grateful. I'm not very good at being a kid, I feel like. Like, I don't really know how to do that.
Chalma.
I'm really sorry. No, she is.
She's got like 5 jobs.
What?
She's so busy.
What do you mean she has 5 jobs?
Well,
Where's she working?
Well, I mean, she's hell, and then
Okay,
Kirsten's...
good. I didn't know if you meant something other than hell. Hell's
No.
fine.
Okay, hell is
She's a
fine.
rock star and
Knew that.
security detail and...
Great. Yeah, security detail?
Also the president.
For Joe Biden.
She says, I know that Jawbone, the most important thing for him is looking after you. And it can be hard to look after someone who's so competent, who needs...
And the president saying that it's Joe Biden is so funny too.
I feel like also sometimes I just know that I can be competent because you guys are there if I needed to be.
I know that you moved in when you were
So
already...
bless.
Comments on it. The additional comments. The material expenditure for wizard classes is IMO unrealistic for students to self-provide. Tiberia says, I'll be taking this, and of course not reading it. You'll go to the principal's office where your co-student, Maisie Phaedra, will, I suppose,
Horrible.
read it. And,
How's that Maisie's job?
Just for posterity. Additional comments. Zara kept me engaged, and not just because she's a hot goth. After all these years, still not sure if Porter is secretly evil, but smiting is so sick.
I love that.
Additional comments for terpsichore. Strongly disagree that teacher prepared for class, but this is the way of dance. Dance is present. Dance is now. One cannot prepare, and by preparing, you've already failed. Also, again, I'm so sorry. Please let me buy you a new shirt.
I really hope that you know I shit on her. I am the oracle. Right?
I mean, there's an aura. There definitely seemed to have been an aura.
All right, we're moving on.
There had to be
It's definitely not cool. It's really...
Gorgug, comments for Professor Hopclap or Mr. Hopclap.
Only they could do that to the maximum legend. I love it.
And then for Porter,
Humbling.
comments from Kristen Applebees. Extremely biased, inappropriate use of class time for preaching. Liar, frumpy, wrong.
Frumpy.
Frumpy wrong.
Liar, frumpy, wrong. From the law firm of Liar, Frumpy, and Wrong.
Actually, maybe I'll scry on Jace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah, go for it.
It's actually him rolling.
Oh, yes, it is. Hold
wisdom.
You feel him succeed on the wisdom saving.
He fails. He gets a 1.
Jace, you can see, is in his office here at school.
Just quietly sitting.
Well, it looks like he's working on something.
Can I zoom in, see what he's working on?
And yes, you can.
Enhance. There's always a back door. I'm just like ethereally Mission Impossible-ing into his office.
You see him writing, and he's looking up podcasts.
Ooh!
You see him Googling. First of all, you see that he's subscribed to Complicated Women.
Which it is canonically, I've been doing it
Yes.
outside. So.
I will also say,
Another one of Fig's jobs.
I will also say, give me a luck check to see. You want to roll high to see what he's got open as he's
Is it
doing
the dry guys?
I did not roll high. I got a 5.
Okay, so you don't see what he's working on his computer.
Is he buttoned up to here?
Give me a perception check.
Oh.
Please. 17?
As he's sort of in this small office, you see that he's like sweating a little bit. It's like very toasty in this office. It's like hot, getting into later spring. He gets up, takes his scarf off, hangs it by the door, and just for a moment, as he turns in the mirror, you see a deep, ragged scar on his chest. You see it. He looks at the scar, looks in the mirror. His eyes flash red for a second, and that's all for this episode of Dimension 20.
So good.
Amazing. So confused at the end.
I thought that he said, I didn't hear the slash. I thought he said that
He
it
just
had
said
a
it
red
was ragged, but
Yeah, I thought he said that it had a ruby in his chest.
no.
So then I was like, oh, it must be like Rog's mum.
No. Yeah. So I think what I understand is, and I could be wrong. We haven't looked back at it. Is the same way that you know how Buddy got revived. So there was something they had to do something with the chest. Lucy and the other teacher had the stuff on their chest, but they didn't want to come back alive. So
Right.
So like if you were gonna be revived by the rage god, they had to put that writing on you,
Yes, it
and
must
you would
be.
come back alive. So that's what happened to Jace, I think. So
Well,
what I'm
'cause
saying is he would have been ragey, not in the mechanical
yeah.
sense, but like angry.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like, because I know that when you guys got revivified in our, what's the one where you get brought back to life?
Yep.
Is that revivified?
Greater restoration.
Greater Restoration. You got asked if you wanted to come back. So I wonder if it's that similar thing of like he comes in
Yeah,
and there's like
maybe.
a dark place and then you get to
Yeah.
decide yes or no.
Yeah. Yes.
I also think it's interesting to see the differences between the slashing and like being brought back thing, and also that it still affects you with the rage of like the mole guy with the soil. Like it's also like affecting him even
it's like,
just
it's
on
like they
smelling
can't-
it.
Do you
brought
think
back
it was
or attached to
because?
everything.
Yeah, but do you think it was that, or do you think that
They said it in the episode. They were like, oh, because he smelled the soil, and so that's why he was having a rage out.
Yeah. So who was the other one that had a rage, and why did they rage?
That's the one that I don't know, but they raged in class because Fabian shit.
But yeah. So the only reason would be that there's rage in Fabian shit.
I don't know. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they were saying that the soil
I get
got
it.
thing,
So
but I don't know what
did
happened
hear
with
the
that guy.
snorting thing. So then that's why they were like, so was there something in his poo? But
No, I didn't hear that. Oh my God.
No, that's what they were saying.
I didn't
That it
hear
was
that.
like, oh, was there something in your shit that was contaminated? Like, what did you eat? They even asked Fabian what he ate.
That's disgusting.
So,
But that was also because of he took the bardic, right? That's why he shat in the first place.
yeah, I thought you were saying, so funny. I thought you were saying that, like, yeah. So this is what I understood after that homeroom was that they would kill the people, they would come back to life, and then they can't say because they've got the honey or the spy's tongue.
Yeah, so I don't think that's right anymore.
Okay, cool.
Because I feel like it's been proven that it's not right. I'm saying that I think my original homeroom is wrong because they basically like broke it down and said, look, now that we know that there's like the slashes and there's a possibility of coming back and like the connections between Lucy and the teacher and then the two students that did, the two people that have come back. I mean, our guess, obviously, we don't know everything. But I think it like proves that the Spice Tongue curse doesn't fit with that.
Why?
Because like these people aren't lying about it. Like Buddy doesn't need to lie about it. We know we have that information. Like other than maybe Kipperlilly lying about it. Like I don't know what the Spice Tongue curse is really for.
I can't remember what it does, but I know it makes people.
It makes
something
people,
about they believe.
They believe what they say.
Yeah, but Buddy hasn't had to lie though.
No, that's what I'm saying is I'm like I don't think the Spice Tongue curse has to do with multiple people getting slashed and then being brought back with this thing and then forgetting.
I don't think it's the dirt or the poo. I do wonder. It's intriguing to me about the idea that Kipperlilly is going around killing students and bringing them back to life, and then giving them something so that they can lie, or like no one's looking, so no one is thinking like no one is looking at whether he's wearing a scarf or they're covering themselves or whatever. Yeah. So I think that those people were already angry and they're being taken advantage of, and now they're serving the god, and they are able to, like, if they were pressed, they could lie about it using whatever
because it's because they don't know. Yeah,
but I don't know. Obviously, that could be wrong.
I like that though. That seems so interesting.
The previous thing about me just dismissing is that, like, I could very well be wrong, but that's how I currently understand everything. And I'm like, bring on the next episode, because I would rather know more.
I also think it makes sense that it would be a smaller group of people using the spice tongue honey, because of the fact that that was like one of the things that Brennan said was like, it's such a limited amount of honey, so it can't just be like in the food truck food. It can't just be something like so
but they also
blatantly
ordered
like big.
A lot.
No, she said it wasn't enough to do a lot of people. It was only like 2 bottles at the end of last year. So it must not be enough to like go across a lot of people. So I feel like it would make sense if they were using it for a small amount of people, more concentrated.
Yeah.
Like those 2 people that those other 2 people.
The whole party or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's those 2 people, like, what's their significance? So that's why I'm like...
Yeah, true.
But again, like, I don't know if I've paid attention properly. So, like, the students could be... Like, I like to believe that they have enough, that they're slowly corrupting different students. Right. Because if they're only targeting people, why would they target those 2 specifically?
Maybe research, so they could do it to Maisie?
I don't see the benefit, because they want her to continue doing her. Because otherwise it will be like, oh, now we've got the president in the pocket. But she needs to be alive so that they can take over her. So they don't really, I don't think they need to do anything to her. But again, I could be wrong.
She's almost over her thing, because they're about to go on spring, right? So then spring breaks, and then when they come back, they'll need a new person.
No, the president starts the next year.
Yeah, and they're about to go on spring break.
Yeah.
So they would have to be voting.
They're going to be voting. That's why they're...
I'm saying that's why they wouldn't need to do anything on Maisie, because her term is almost up. I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah.
So they would be more getting people. So the honey thing that I was just saying doesn't work, is what I'm saying for Maisie, because it's almost over anyway. So they would need to be getting stuff with Lily ready to go. We haven't heard much about food other than cottage cheese a la mode.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the food truck thing is not tied up yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that it could be, I don't know that it's still relevant, but it's not tied up yet. There's obviously still the honey thing. Don't know that we've got to the end of that, so.
Lots of loose ends, lots to find out. Let's figure it out in the next episode. See you next time.
See ya.